Do you ever feel like your website is invisible to Google no matter how much effort you put in? But what if I told you there's a way to make Google fall head over heels in love with your website, like I have done for my clients over here? In today's video, I'm going to show you Google's secret love language that your competitors have completely missed. And yes, I understand that this thumbnail is absolutely diabolical, but it got you to click, right? Now, this video isn't going to be super highly edited with a high dopamine impact. So if you're into that kind of video, this isn't the one for you. This video is for people who are looking to grow their business using SEO. So let's jump into it. So first of all, technical SEO. You want to smooth the path to Google's love. And the first way to do that is optimizing your crawl budget. So you've got to keep in mind that Google is constantly crawling thousands and thousands and millions and even billions of pages across the web. And guess what? That costs Google a hell of a lot of money spending all of those resources crawling different websites. So how do you actually make their life easier? First of all, the trailing slash version of a page. So let's look at this URL over here, right? So there's no forward slash at the end. Now, if we do put a forward slash at the end, hit enter, and guess what? It doesn't redirect. So we've got a trailing slash version and a non-trailing slash versions. They're two separate versions of the page. Now, this isn't causing duplicate content issues because there's the correct canonical in place, which I'll explain a little bit more what that means later on. But regardless, Google's still crawling two different versions of a website, and that shouldn't be done. So make sure you redirect one to the other. So next up, crawling internal search results. So you don't want Google crawling internal search results, right? It's not necessary. It's going to create like God knows how many pages, possibly an infinite number of pages that Google needs to crawl. So let me just search something on this website. So I just typed in something in the search bar. Bob, does this page actually index it? Sorry, crawl. Does Google actually crawl this page? According to this extension, the robot is blocked from crawling this page. But what I want you to do is double check. So literally download this SEO extension, easy SEO extension, click on it, and then scroll down to robots. And then you want to make sure you're in the disallow section. So there's this part called disallow, and you want there to be search in there. So as you can see, / search, it says disallow. And if we go back here, if you look at the very top, it says / search. So these internal searches are going to be blocked from Google crawling. So this is good. So you can easily check it. Next up, do all protocol versions redirect to the correct version? So you've got so many different versions of a website. You've got HTTP, you've got HTTPS, you've got www. There's so many different versions. You want them all to redirect to one singular version. So you can literally just use this tool over here and then copy and paste your domain name. Check the redirect, and it's going to check now basically which ones are redirecting correctly. So if we take a look here, they're all redirecting correctly. So we've got 100%, it's all good. Next up, fix any 404 errors. So these are any broken pages as well as server errors. You can easily go into your Google Search Console to find these, or you can use Screaming Frog. It's literally, you can look it up, it's a 2-minute tutorial. It's quite easy to fix. Next up, an over reliance on JavaScript. So Google crawls your website in 2 stages. So first of all, the HTML file, next up the JavaScript file. This is it sounds a bit complicated, just bear with me. So it takes a lot more resources for Google to crawl the JavaScript version of a site. So what you want to do is make sure all your content, so this basically means your actual text, your images, as well as your hyperlinks are in that version, are in that HTML version. And you can easily check this if this works. It's literally just by downloading this extension. It's an extension I created and it's completely free. Click on JavaScript and basically disable it, and it'll basically give you different JavaScript checks. So for example, does domain navigation load when JS is disabled? So disable it and then check if your navigation actually loads. So you don't want a heavy reliance on it. Chain redirects. So this is basically when one link links to another link and links to another link and then finally gets to a page. Google has to go through those. You don't want those. And you can literally use Screaming Frog to do this. And it's like a 2-minute tutorial you can check. You can literally just YouTube how to check chain redirects with Screaming Frog. It's very simple. It takes like 2 minutes to check. And that's why I'm not including it in this tutorial, because I don't want it to be too long. I don't want this to be a course. And next up, hidden headings. So again, easy SEO extension. Just go to subheadings. And sometimes you'll find that these headings, there's no text inside them. So that sometimes occurs. So you don't want that. If there's no text in there, why is there a heading there? Google's having to crawl more elements on your site for no particular reason. So you don't want any empty headings. Next up is getting all your pages indexed consistently. So you want Google constantly coming to your site. So first of all, have an XML sitemap. So literally it's this right here. So you can just go to this tool and click on sitemap.xml. So it'll typically be on your domain /sitemap.xml, and it should be broken up into different sitemaps. So we've got a product sitemap, we've got a pages sitemap, we've got a collection sitemap. So let's just type one of them in, and your website should have a sitemap. If you're on Shopify, you can just download an extension, or an app, I should say. If you're on WordPress, you can just download something like Rank Math and you'll get a sitemap, and you can just submit it to your Google Search Console. So literally just go to your Google Search Console, click on sitemap, and then just add it over here. I believe you click on submit, and boom, you've added it. Very simple, very straightforward. Next up, the HTML sitemap. So this is going to be like a normal text page. So this is what H&M sitemap looks like. So again, it's just text. So they've got their sustainability category, and I've linked to their pages there, the investors page, their about us page, and I've basically linked to all the pages via a HTML sitemap. And you can just download a WordPress plugin or a Shopify app or a Magento extension and put up a HTML sitemap. So next up, breadcrumbs. So breadcrumbs are literally these here. So when you click on a page, it'll show you what page you're on, and then what page you had to click on to get to this particular page, and what page you had to click on before that in order to get to that page. So I clicked on the home page, then I clicked on this category here, and then I managed to land on this page here. So it's literally leaving breadcrumbs for both the robot and the user, and this way it makes your site easier to navigate. And it's also adding internal links to your site. Crawl depth, you don't want any page to be any further than 3 clicks away from the home page. So let's just say we've got the home page here, we've got page 1, 2, and 3. You don't want to go any further inside that, because when Google's crawling, the bot could just jump off. Also, another thing, when you're getting links to a particular page and that page is linking to all these pages where that's just really deep and deep and deep, that link juice, that link power can get lost within that. And you can use Screwing Frog to check the crawl depth. Next up, self-referencing canonicals. So a canonical is basically the primary version of a page. So for example, let's say this page over here, this is let's go for a product page. So let's just say this page over here, the canonical is Myos Elite Myochill, and the URL is the exact same. So the canonical and URL are the exact same, therefore it's a self-referencing canonical, versus if the URL was this particular URL and the canonical was a different canonical, you're telling Google that, hey, this isn't the primary version of this page, don't rank this other page instead. So if you want the page to rank, you need to make sure the canonical is self-referencing. Next up is saving link juice. So for example, let's just say this is your page right here and you're linking out to different pages, right? Well, guess what? You're losing that link juice. It's being distributed to other different pages. But you don't want them all to go to lots of external sites, so you can no-follow them. And I'm not saying whenever you link to a different website, no-follow it. What I'm saying is no-follow site-wide external links like social media. So you don't need to be giving away link juice to social media giants, right? It's not necessary. So if you've got those types of links that were in your footer, for example, let's just say maybe this guy's got it. No, it doesn't look like he's got his social media in the footer, but I'm pretty sure these guys have. So yeah, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. So you want to make sure these are no follow links. So as you can see here, it doesn't say no follow, so by default they are do follow links. So these are do follow links. You want to set them as no follow, because again, we don't want to give away to that link juice when it's not absolutely necessary. So, and also you can save link juice by fixing your 404 errors, the fixing trailing slash, correct HTTPS 301 redirect, but I've already covered that. So next up, create truly unique content, and I'm talking about truly, genuinely unique, something that's original. And in-depth research doesn't have to take a long time. There are different methods that I've developed. So for example, auditing reviews. So whether that's auditing your reviews, your competitor reviews, or finding products that are similar to yours and seeing the reviews on there. And what you can do is That was a voice crack right there. But what you can do is use this tool that I've created. So I'll leave a link to this in the description below. And literally, let's just say, for example, I've pulled up this particular page. So let's just say you're selling this product here. You're selling an under desk treadmill, right? All you're going to do is copy that, and this doesn't have to be your product. You just want to get a consensus of the pros and cons, and literally let's just paste that in, and let's just go back to that page right here. What I'm going to do is click on reviews, and ideally you want the 3-star reviews. Those are usually the best, and it's going to make me sign in. But literally what you're going to do is copy and paste these reviews into the box that I showed you. So literally I just copy and pasted them into here, and then all you're going to do, and don't worry about it being neat, the AI will sort it out. So you're going to click run app. Great. You need to log in, make sure you do that. Okay, and what this is doing is going through the instructions that I created for this app, where it's going to give you the positives and negatives, the pain points, and what it's going to do is give you the quotes. So let's just look at the different issues. So power draw issues. Users have reported that the treadmill draws a significant amount of power, which can interfere with other electronics. One user noted, and again it gives the quote, monitors connected on HDMI flicker on and off when this is connected to power, indicating that the treadmill requires a lot of power, and it disturbs I can't even talk, to nearby electronics. Another one put belt alignment problems. I can't bloody talk today. Many users experience issues with the treadmill belt slipping off to one side. So it's giving you lots of objections that when it comes to creating your product description, you can actually mention this as objections and mention that yours is a lot better in terms of handling these objections. So already here, we've got a bunch of content that we can add to our page. Next up is auditing YouTube comments. So this is a great way of getting a consensus of people's opinions, as well as finding the pain points, the negatives and the positives. So literally this is another tool that I built, and you're going to follow the exact same thing as last time. So this YouTube analyzer tool. So put in the video title and just copy and paste in a bunch of the comments here, and then click run app. And this is one that I did, but I'll give you another example. So literally come in here and then just copy and paste in a bunch of comments. So literally just copy this stuff. And again, don't worry about it being neat and all that type of thing. So just go in, copy and paste it here. And then let's just go back and grab the title. So I tried a treadmill desk for 30 days and copy and paste that in, run app, and boom, we just have to wait a moment. And by the way, I'd recommend before you copy and paste your stuff in, before you do anything here, you want to sign in first, and it's free to use this app, and then copy and paste your stuff in. So common themes and questions. Many viewers praise the high production quality of the video. We don't really care about that. Okay, next up, personal experience with treadmill desks. Several commenters shared their own experience with treadmill desks, highlighting both the benefits and challenges they faced. So got a quote here. I just got one about a month ago and do 4 to 5 miles per day on it while working. Game changer for me. Some viewers questioned the effectiveness of a treadmill desk for weight loss or productivity, suggesting that the intensity and duration matter. So quote, you definitely weren't walking enough to lose weight, but adding steps in and getting more movement in your body is always going to be a positive. And you can go through all this stuff. This stuff right here is an absolute gold mine. It's going to make Google absolutely fall in love with your site here when you're doing original research like this. So next up, use Facebook groups. So literally all I did for this particular thing here, so this is a board game dice tower. I join a bunch of Facebook board game groups, and I literally just posted in the group. I've been seeing these dice towers popping up a lot. Why would you use one of these other than they look cool? And here are the responses that I got. I got a whole load of responses. There were hundreds of comments. I just copied a few in here. So this guy put, I had one and it made too much noise, so I returned it. So that's an objection right there. And also it could be something wrong with your product or your client's product, and you can mention this to them. Build them yourself, so that's an objection. And another one, and another person put, again I can't speak today, another person put, you can use a cup in order to move the dice and make sure you've rolled. And that's another big objection right there. Why would you go out and buy one or even build one to this extent when you can easily get a cup to do it? So these are different objections that you need to answer. Next up is forums, if I can scroll down properly. So literally I put, site, and then reddit.com, so whichever forum you want, plus training group strengtheners, so whichever topic or product you've got. And then I just clicked on some results. Here's a fantastic result that I found here. So this guy put, for some background, I was a wrestler growing up in high school and I'm a black belt in judo. I've been using grippers off and on for approximately 11 years. So this guy's very qualified to talk about this topic. So you definitely want his insights and put it in your page. So if you want crazy crushing grip strength, then you want to work a gripper that you can barely close 3 to 5 times. So he's giving you a tutorial right here where you can quote someone and you can just put Richard, who's a wrestler and who's been using grippers for over a decade, recommends that you get a gripper that you can barely close 3 to 5 times. Practice good form, rest between sets, warm up. If your hands hurt, just let it sit and live to grip another day. So this guy's giving you an epic tutorial, and again, he's really qualified. So you're going to find gold like this in forums. Next up, OnPage SEO. So first of all, you want to check the near duplicate or duplicate content. So you can easily check this by going to your service pages. So let's just say you sell window blinds and you've got a page dedicated to window blinds in Bolton, window blinds in Manchester, window blinds in, I don't know, Leeds, and you're going to go through it. Have you followed the same format in terms of template? And that's fine, but is the actual content different? Go through, read it. If it's not, guess what? That needs to be rewritten. And also you can do this on mass and make your life a lot easier by using Screaming Frog. Again, you can easily just look up a tutorial. It literally takes 5 minutes to put this to optimize your Screaming Frog for near duplicate content. Next up, add entities to your page. So Google has been trying its best to move from strings into things. So strings are basically like keywords on a page. Obviously that still matters and Google still heavily relies on it, but it's trying to move to entities like objects, things. So what are these things? Well, I've gone through this research paper here because Google doesn't actually list the entities. It goes over, it doesn't give us a list of what it calls an entity. So an entity could be a park, it could be an airport, it could be a monument, it could be a car, it could be a drug, a currency, a location, a sea, an organization, a name, a person, first name, last name. There are so many in here, and I'd highly recommend reading this research paper. It's really insightful. So I've created a tool for you. This is an epic tool. I use this on clients all the time, and you can use it for free. I'll leave a link in the description below. You can bookmark it, do whatever you want. Highly recommend it. And literally all you're going to do is paste in your Wikipedia page. So let's just say you're going for the keyword ice baths for athletes. That's the keyword you're going for, right? Ice baths for athletes. And where the hell is that page gone? No, not this one, not this one. Okay, this one. So that's your target keyword. Then you're going to go to Wikipedia. Come on, Wikipedia. And then you're going to go for ice baths. Okay, have they got a page on that? Yes. Copy. Let's go back to this tool, and then you're going to click on Run App, and then it's going to give you your results. So we've got our results here for this particular target keyword and Wikipedia page, and it's pulled out the entities, so like the person's entities, the name entities, so Paula Radcliffe, Michael Phelps, and then it's got locations, then it's got sporting groups, temperatures, which is important, right? Because it's an ice bath, so it was smart enough to pull this out because I made sure to include that documentation and gave that to basically analyze the Wikipedia page. And I even took it a step further to analyze the HTML tags, because a lot of entities are included in the subheadings, right? Like techniques, effectiveness, even in the bolded terms like shock, cryotherapy. They're not necessarily all entities, but they are great to include because they're semantically related keywords, right? So this tool is doing it all for you. Oh, and speaking of doing it all, it literally writes the content for you. So for example, you're just going to go to the second tab here, so text output 2. Many athletes, including Michael Phelps and Paula Radcliffe, have turned to cold water immersion as a method to enhance recovery after intense training sessions. So we've got multiple entities in this one sentence right here. Research from the University of Southampton suggests that ice baths can significantly reduce delayed onset muscle soreness, making them popular choice among professional sports teams like Romania's national rugby team. So we've got entities, and we've even got a bit of EAAT because we're saying research from the University of Southampton. We're telling Google that, hey, we've actually done our research here. And it goes, you can read what you want, and then you can even edit it with AI. So let's just say you don't like a particular thing, you want it rewritten. You can just literally give it a suggestion and then click save, and it's going to run that. So epic tool, and again, it's free. I'm not charging you a penny. All you need to do is sign in, and I'm not associated with this tool in any way. So next up, add semantically related keywords to your page. So you can just use Semantic Sniper here, because essentially what this is synonyms, keywords related to your keywords. So click on Semantic Sniper here. So literally I just put in this keyword, taxi Uttoxeter, hit start, and what it does when you hit start, notice on the top left here, and I'm not sure if I'll edit it to zoom in, but it opens a new tab, and what it's doing is it's typing that keyword into Google and then analyzing the search page, the actual SERP page, right? And it's collecting things like bolded terms, auto suggest, people also ask, and it's putting that right here. So Uttoxeter to Alton Towers, do you want to include that on your page? It could even be a different page, like a service page. I put in Uber, so that's a semantically related keyword, right? Because Google associates taxi with Uber. Cab, again, that associates taxi with cabs. Does Uber work in Uttoxeter? Is local taxi cheaper than Uber? So we've got a bunch of semantically related keywords you can add to your page. So take it a step further by using a thesaurus. I love using this because no one else uses this. So let's just type in our keyword taxi. So one keyword at a time, one word at a time. So taxi, so we've got auto, bus, convertible, and of course they're not all going to be relevant. Just put the ones that are relevant in your content. So you can literally put each word from your target keyword into the thesaurus and then take note of the relevant pages, of the relevant keywords, sorry, and then add them to your page. Next up, placing the target keyword to hit Google's G-spot, right? If you want the 80-20 principle to on-page SEO, this is it. Put your keyword in the meta title, put your keyword in the H1 tag, and add the keyword contextually in the content. So especially these two. So for example, let's go to this page. What are they trying to rank? Let's go to the different page. Modern office desks. So guess what? Is this a H1? You can just literally use this tool. Click on subheadings and it says, yep, it's H1. You can also highlight subheadings. So yeah, it says right here, H1, and this is a H1. Is it in the meta title? As you can see here, browse our modern office desks. So yes, it is in both of those, but is it inside the content? So I'm talking about inside the content. So we can literally just press Command F. No, not thesaurus, modern office desks, and boom, yes, it does mention it there, it mentions it there. So it mentions it multiple times throughout the page contextually. That's the key. Okay, so boom, you want to make sure you're doing that. Now let's take a look at the internal linking strategy. I absolutely love internal links because they make a massive difference. They don't cost a penny and they're actually very quick to implement. So first of all, the quick links. So these are going to be your footer menu. So literally at the bottom here, let's just say you're an e-commerce business. What pages are the most profitable? They're going to be your category pages, right? Your collection pages. So this is what this guy or gal has done over here. So they put in their footer, the executive office desk page, category page, the office desk page, the office chairs page, and you're going to do the exact same thing. So you don't want to overstuff this. Pick about 5, 7, add that to your footer, and then you're going to do the same with your top menu. So the page that you really want to rank, you're going to add that to your top menu. And what you've just done here, you've created a whole load of internal links throughout your entire site, because your top menu and your footer, it appears on every page on your website. So it's a really quick burst of internal links, and then you can add it to your blog sidebar. You can add a HTML sitemap as well, as we've talked about previously in this video. Then we're going to move on to the high relevance links. Whew, this is going to be a long ass video. So you're going to use this search operator, site : and then your website, and then your target keyword. So for example, let me just go on Google here. So let's just say your website.com/blog. It doesn't have to say /blog. And then your target keyword, let's just say, I don't know, Fortnite. So Fortnite. So this is the page that Google considers the most relevant page to Fortnite. So let's just say this is the page you're ranking. So you're going to want to link these other pages to that target page you want to rank, because Google consider these highly relevant, the most highly relevant after this particular page, this top page here. And you're going to basically, these are all relevant, right? Because we know, because Google's showing us right through this search operator. So you can use that to build internal links. Same with your product pages. Link from your product pages to their collections, and you're going to link your collections to each other, and you're creating a silo right there. Absolutely love that. Next up, your most powerful links. So you can literally go to Google Search Console and you can click on links, and you can find the most linked to pages externally right here and internally. This is a brand new website, so there's not a lot of links to it, but with your bigger website, you'll have a lot more links. Next up, use Open Site Explorer. So great, let me just search this up. Really should have had it prepared, to be honest. But you can literally just Google that tool and it'll basically tell you the pages with the most page authority, and you can link from them to the page you want to rank. Very simple. And next up, the homepage, which is the most powerful page on your entire website. The reason why is because typically speaking, your homepage receives the most external links, right? The most backlinks it's receiving. So when you're pointing that to another page, guess what? That other page that is getting a link from, that your homepage is linking to, it's receiving all that link juice. So for example, let's just say this homepage over here, it wants to rank for a particular category like executive, like modern office desks or office chairs. It's going to link to them from the homepage as they're currently doing. All right, let's move on to backlinking. Right now, this is going to be the off-page stuff. So if you're a local business, this is going to be a non-negotiable, and that's local directories. So you can go for niche specific directories. So if you're a hairdresser, if there is a hairdresser local directory, like hairdresser directories in Manchester, location specific directories, so Manchester specific directories, broad directories, this is basically like any type of directory like Yellow Pages, etc. You're going to hop on those, and then you're going to go for the people talk about us types of links. So these are basically links that you want your brand name in there. So for example, let's just say you post an article on medium.com. You want your actual brand name on there. So let's just say your brand name is, I don't know, Fit Gadget. So you want Fit Gadget in the actual title. You want your name, your brand name out there on Google. And you're going to start with free websites like Medium, Quora. I think Reddit allows articles, I'm not sure, LinkedIn. And you can start by publishing articles on these that have your brand name in the title. Next up are the heavy hitting guest posts. Now these types of links are going to actually move the needle forward the most. Now it's very, very, very important to understand that link building is a pay to win game. Doesn't matter which way you cut it, link building is a pay to win game. I don't care who says, I know some SEOs absolutely hate it when I say this, but this is a hill I'm going to die on, right? Metaphorically speaking. So you're going to reach out to different sites or the middlemen. So you can literally go to freelance sites like Upwork and basically post a job listing and say, I'm looking for a guest post on a, I don't know, home improvement type of website. And then they'll give you a list of websites. You're going to negotiate a price and boom, send them an article and get your link on there. Very simple, very straightforward. Next up, your brand queries, and branded queries is amazing. Branded searches will be a moat for your business. Now, I've worked on small businesses, I've worked on absolutely massive businesses that are worth billions of dollars. And the difference I've found in terms of one being stable in terms of their Google rankings and the other one not being stable, the only thing that separated them was their branded queries. The sites that aren't affected nearly as much are going to be the sites with a bunch of branded searches, because that's how Google differentiates a good website from a meh website, a website that just went up and it's kind of like it's just there versus an actual entity. And branded queries is going to help you with this. So you want to have a color scheme, you want to have a tone of voice, a style guideline, and you're going to keep on publishing content. You're going to get yourself out there, whether that's doing SEO, whether that's doing social media, and as time goes on, it's going to compound. Now, if you're someone who's looking to scale their business with SEO, I'd highly recommend checking out the link in the description below. It seems like there's going to be quite a few links in the description. So check out this video, it's 2 minutes long. You can see my client results. All it is a one-on-one consultation with myself. I'll give you a pre-questionnaire to fill out. I'll do an in-depth analysis of your site, and then I'll show you exactly what you need to do. So we'll just book a time slot, get on a call. You don't need to show your face. Some people, they don't want to show you their face. That's fine. I'll show you my face or not. So if you don't want to see it, and basically I'll present the below and show you exactly what you need to do in order to grow your traffic and your bottom line. If you want more customers, more leads, I guarantee this is going to change the game for you, as it has done for my clients. And I'll see you in the next video.